Meanwhile, President Donald Trump is threatening to follow through on his campaign promise to impose 25% tariffs on the country's two largest trade partners, our neighbors, Canada and Mexico. In remarks yesterday, Trump said he will be putting the tariffs in place tomorrow, citing illegal immigration, drugs, and trade deficits as the reasons for them. The president, however, did not say whether the tariffs would apply to American imports of Canadian oil. To talk about this, let's now bring in co-anchor of CNBC's The Squawk Box and a New York Times columnist, Andrew Ross Sorkin. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's talk tariffs. First of all, remind viewers who's going to pay the price for these tariffs, and then talk to us bigger implications if indeed they go into effect tomorrow.
Look, we're 24 hours out from what could be, frankly, an explosive economic moment in our history. We'll see whether we get there, and we can get into the details of that in just a moment. As you, I think, were trying to allude to there, Mr. Lemire, tariffs, as we've discussed repeatedly, typically ultimately get borne by American taxpayers. The costs of goods for Americans, at least in the short term, go up. And so the question is, whether he's actually going to go through with this, and if this is some kind of larger negotiation. At this point, we only have 24 hours, though. And so what kind of give can he get either out of Canada or out of Mexico on immigration or any of these other issues, which could at least push out this deadline? And if he doesn't implement these things, is there a bluff being called in all of this? I think everybody is sort of watching and waiting, many in some form of terror, actually, about what all of this means. A fascinating op-ed, by the way, that Larry Summers put out in the Wall Street Journal today, just about the actual demonstrable costs, and so many economists, putting up the red flag saying, if this goes into effect, it is going to create demonstrable economic damage to the United States.
Yeah, Andrew, you raised so many good points there. It certainly, if passes prologue, Trump might even look for a small concession he can spin as a win, maybe backing off for now.
And by the way, that's very possible. It's very possible. We're talking about this on Monday, and there is no tariff because he's able to say, I got them to do this, this, and this. And the question is this, and this an economic thing? Is it about immigration? Is it about so many other aspects? And that's, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, we'll, of course, have complete coverage all weekend long on this. Andrew, let's turn to another topic here. Amazon, which had really curtailed its spending on Twitter/X after, Elon Musk's purchase, has now ramped it back up. We're seeing this as a trend. There's been a great benefit to Elon Musk since the election of Donald Trump, his connection and just relationship. And now that he has an office in the White House, a whole number of companies are obviously doing a lot of things to placate the president. And there is an argument about whether this is an effort to placate Elon Musk in his efforts. By the way, it's not just Amazon, Apple coming back to the platform as well. The real question, and it's a longer term question, is are they putting this money in as some kind of political placation, or do they believe that X is a marketplace that can actually help them sell, more services for Amazon or more phones for Apple? Historically, Twitter, or X, was not considered as good a mousetrap for advertisers as what Facebook and Instagram and others were offering. And that's one of the reasons that X struggled, or Twitter struggled, before Elon Musk got there. They have tried to improve a lot of the technology, and I think we will now either find out from just an efficacy perspective whether the bang for the buck is there. They argue it is. Elon Musk and Linda Yaccarino, by the way, who used to run advertising at NBC Universal, now runs advertising for X and Elon Musk, and she has been very vocal and outspoken about trying to bring those advertisers back.
All right, CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin. I suspect you'll be working this weekend. Andrew, yes. Thank you so much.